Fully prepared to be temporarily cancelled by fans for this. It is fine, I have chosen my lane. The praise around The Whale by Darren Aronofsky is puffery. This movie is borderline cruel. I said what I said. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel. You're watching a movie review and today we're talking about The Whale, finally in Indian movie theatres.
People are amazing.
Based on a play by the same name, adapted for screen by the playwright Samuel T. Hunter himself, The Whale tells the story of an English professor, Charlie, जो remotely students को online पढ़ाता है. Charlie का कैमरा हमेशा बंद रहता है because he is ashamed of his body on account of being severely overweight. Divorced from his wife and estranged from his daughter, Charlie is gay. He's now single. He's living a sad, pitiable existence. His apartment is mostly in disarray. Every drawer in the kitchen full of candy bars, floor littered with wrappers. The entire tapestry is very bleak. All of this might be the lived reality of a fat person, too stigmatized to go outside in the real world, forced to hide themselves away from judging eyes from doctors. Sure, very much so. But when within this cramped apartment, Charlie does not manage to escape the judgment of Darren Aronofsky's gaze, evident from the very first shot, it becomes a problem. A camera pans around Charlie, who's sitting on a beat-up couch. He's furiously panting and you realize he's watching gay porn and masturbating. It's already a deeply personal moment aimed at generating some level of disgust in the viewer, and to add insult to injury, Charlie immediately goes into some sort of cardiac arrest and is saved by a missionary, a man of God who just happens to arrive at that moment. Now we're being told how abjectly pathetic Charlie's existence is. Look what he does even in his alone moments. It's almost like the film is saying fat people need to behave themselves better, else they will be relegated to Charlie's fate, alone, unloved, dying while watching porn, away from real human affection, only hoping for divine intervention.
You haven't seen her since she was 8 years old and you're gonna reconnect with her?
Y'all, The Whale is an extremely heavy-handed film. It's dealing with delicate issues with lots of noise and theatrics. Every time Charlie moves, reaching for a piece of paper or fried chicken, he is a spectacle. His body is on display. In a fat suit, Brendan Fraser is made to contort and turn to exhibit every bead of sweat, every fat roll. His clothes are stained, his breathing is heavy. Most of the action takes place in an overstuffed, dimly lit apartment. The movie itself is in 1:33 aspect ratio, really leaning into the claustrophobia Aronofsky is trying to generate. Charlie is stuck in more ways than one. He's a cautionary tale. He's being shown as a warning. Darren Aronofsky delights in making his viewers uncomfortable, via which he aims to open our eyes and hearts towards the plight of people caught in repetitive, destructive cycles. Who here hasn't been traumatized by Requiem for a Dream? Black Swan gave us sleepless nights. The director twists our insides to reveal a newer understanding of the dangers of life as we know it to near perfection. He is a master. With The Whale, I sat there flabbergasted, slowly grasping that him and writer Samuel Hunter view obesity as being the same kind of treacherous thing as drug addiction from the point of view of two non-obese people, without meaningfully delving into the many ways society encases fat people into so many traps, so many judgments. It's difficult for someone to be a proper human being without being categorized as a fat person first if you're overweight. The lens towards Charlie is the same as anyone who would meet Charlie, which is the problem. Look, the whole world is happy for Brendan Fraser and so am I. A childhood favorite making a delayed comeback, working hard to regain his laurels is an emotional experience for everyone who loved him back then. An old friend is here to make up for lost time. Even in this strange film, Fraser remains sincere, acting his heart out, trying to compress years of absence into each frame. It's truly magnificent to watch. Sadie Sink, who you know from Stranger Things, plays his daughter, who again is a bit of rebellious teenager caricature stereotype, but her striking resemblance to Fraser and sheer talent add the spark this dour film needed. In Charlie's interactions with his daughter, you briefly see the man he is. The film lets him be human. In these scenes, he stops being the whale as he talks to her about Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Hong Chow, nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category at the Oscars, gives a pretty great performance too and provides respite from the moments we're left alone with Charlie. We're made to look at him with contempt. When she sees him as a person with a story, with hurdles, a mind of his own, you get a breather. And yet, even via this character, the film tends to occasionally infantilize Charlie, turning him into the big-hearted, childlike man who just wanted to spread joy.
My internal organs are 2 feet in at least.
The Whale almost plays out like a home invasion film. Characters enter and exit as the protagonist goes through a lifetime of emotions in a short period of time, scared for his life. The filmmaking is dexterous and highly skillful. It's a pity the craft is undone by the overall feeling of doom, despondency, and hopelessness that overshadows everything.
I need to know that I have done one thing right with my life.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, The Whale is 2016 में Brendan Fraser shot for an Indian film starring Neeraj Kabi, Ronit Roy, Abhay Deol. Have you heard of Line of Descent? Delayed for years, seems like it dropped on ZEE5 in 2019. देखिए किसी ने? बताओ comments में इसके नीचे. Today we're also talking about Faraz. तो जाने से पहले इस वीडियो के नीचे जो like का बटन है उसको दबा देना and subscribe कर लेना. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.